What's going on, guys? Corey Brothers here for another video. This is gonna be part 2 of the CLK 55 restoration series we got going on over here. And first step we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and clean this thing, because this thing, as you hopefully saw in the last video, it is a mess. It's
filthy, yeah. So we're gonna start off by doing the engine detail, and I gotta put this hood in service position, so it gives me a little more.
Yeah, because look, I mean, this thing, it looks like
these go in service too, don't they?
It should, but yeah, this thing is a mess.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty in here, so I'm gonna go through. Is this even connected to anything? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go through, clean all this up real nice.
And then we'll give this a good wash, and then we'll follow the process.
All right, so basically what I'm doing here to start is I just kind of went around with some degreaser and sprayed some of the dirtier areas. Let that sit in for a little bit. Then I'm gonna take some, just some like soap and water and go through and agitate all the dirty areas with a sponge, a little brush, just to get in all the nooks and crannies, and then we'll gently hose it off and we'll see how it looks. All right, so I tried to record a little bit while I was cleaning the engine here, but the camera wasn't staying, so. But anyways, here's the engine, still really wet. So I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit. Did all around the top.
Yeah, good.
Gonna wait for it to dry, and then later on, we're gonna go through and we're gonna inspect it, make sure it looks really nice. And if there's areas that need to be re-cleaned, I'll re-clean them. But yeah, so far so good.
All right, now Matt's gonna apply some decon over here, iron decon. This stuff stinks.
I'd say while the car is still dry, I'm gonna spray this stuff on there. It's just it's like an iron remover. Let that sit on there for a little bit, and then when we wash the car, we're still gonna clean it.
You probably won't be able to tell, but usually if it's really full of iron and stuff, deposits, you're gonna get that purple look. But I don't know if you're gonna see it on a black car.
Yeah, it's gonna be very hard to see, yeah, especially on camera.
All right, after you let this sit on for a little bit, just water's rolling off pretty nice. Maybe it was coated at one point. Yeah. But yeah, you got to get all this stuff off. You don't want to sit on the paint. Let me see. Mel, wait, let me get the camera all wet over here. You can see a little bit on the wheels. It's turning purple.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. If it was a white car, you'd be able to notice it, but
not on this.
Look at that blue tint.
I love the blue tint.
Love the blue tint.
All right, started the washing, and now this thing definitely needs a good clay. You need to give it the mow down, Matt. Go and get the mow down.
Yeah, this is one of those paints where it's so bad that it doesn't really matter how aggressive you are with it, because it's gonna get compound anyway, so you might as well just go to town.
And if you watched the first video, which I hope you did, you saw on literally the beginning of the video that the paint is destroyed on this thing.
Yeah, it's really
so
bad.
It literally cannot get worse. So you might as well just go to town with the clay, get it as smooth as possible, because when we do polish it, the last thing we want is like, you can't, I don't know, you can hear right there. It feels like sandpaper, and that's after already washing it once. Obviously, it's not gonna do anything, so we'll let Matt go to town on that. All right, so obviously this thing was sitting outside, like we said, for a while or at some point. So Matt's giving this thing a nice weld job over here. Matt, show them what you're doing over here.
Just washing all the door wells.
You gotta get it nice and clean in there.
Yeah, then I actually messed this up, this whole weather stripping.
That's coming out of your pay.
Come on, your pay.
Huh? That's coming out of your pay.
I'll send you the invoice.
It's cutting the profits.
Yeah, I gotta try to fix that.
A lot of people don't do this when they detail. They don't do the wells.
How could you not? It's the dirtiest part.
Yeah, you gotta get that nice and clean in there, and then you obviously blow it dry, and then you throw a little wax in there, huh?
Yeah.
And then actually, no, we're gonna ceramic coat the wells on this. All right, gotta get these walls cleaned up now. Got a lot of leaves in here and whatnot. Do a good job, man, huh?
Yeah.
You got a nice clay on there. Usually that's broken too. It's pretty in good shape.
What you broken?
These all this stuff in here. It's all usually all broken.
Yeah, it's all pretty solid.
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty nice. It's worth saving.
I probably should get a vacuum to get these leaves out.
Oh yeah, look at all this. All dirt in there.
All that leaf action. Look at all that.
I'm telling you, this thing probably hasn't had a good wash in years.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at nasty at it.
And you know what's a shame? This owner's owned this car for like, I think 8 or 10 years. It's like the second owner is a long time owner too. So he paid good money for this car. And then.
So it just sat abandoned for a while, I guess.
Maybe. Look at that right here with the polished trim pieces with that blue tint. Oh man, is that nice. All right, guys, get the CLK all cleaned up. We're gonna go ahead and dry it up, and this is probably gonna be what, multiple parts of this video over like a week or two span.
Probably one big video, the detailing process, but yeah, it's gonna be over a period of like 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we'll be in different outfits, different days, and
probably wearing the same thing.
Honestly, probably wearing the same thing.
All right, guys, this is a continuation of the detailing video. Just finished working on the roof, got it looking like a mirror, absolutely gorgeous. But just to show you guys a little comparison here, but the before and after. So here's the rear quarter panel, as you can see.
Driver's side.
Yeah, driver's side, it's absolutely toast. Probably some of the worst paint I've ever seen as far as swirl marks and just poorly washed paint looks. But I mean, this is after a wash, after clay, so it's absolutely destroyed, the paint. So I'm gonna go ahead, this is gonna be the side-by-side that I'm about to do here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a 50-50 on this side, and we'll see how it looks. All right, guys, just got that back piece done. So this is what it looked like. Here's the before. Let's take a look at the after. Huge difference. Is it 100%? No, probably not 100%, but it's an insane difference, as you can see here. I mean, it's not even close. You look at that, and then if you want to come down here and look at this lower portion, massive difference. Now I could probably go deeper and do some more cutting, maybe down this area a little bit here, but up here I probably could do a little bit more just to clean it up. I'm not sure if I'm going to, just because I don't really feel the need to go 100% with things. I don't want to sacrifice too much clear coat. So, but what a difference this is already. I'll come back here and look at it from this angle, but I mean, look at that line before and after. So that's probably the result that I'm gonna stick with, because I am satisfied with that, but what a freaking difference. I can't wait to get the whole car done.
All right, so Matt's pretty much done with this bottom part of the rear quarter over here, working around doing a good job over there?
Yeah, I'm trying to clean around the door handle by hand here, get some of these
It's crazy how well this paint's coming out. You can see right here a little bit of the dust, I mean behind the dust there, but like you can see a nice line right there, a difference. I mean, it is crazy.
Huge difference. If we can get the whole car look like that,
oh man,
nice. It's gonna be nice.
All right guys, this is like day 3 of the restoration on the CLK 55.
Turned out amazing.
Turned out great. Hopefully you can hear us, get the heaters on.
The problem is there's so much dust from, I don't know if it's even from the compound, I think my pad's just falling apart. But I did the door, that rear quarter panel.
I know, you can see, that's a damn good shot right there.
If you look at the top up here, like, this is a good area. You can kind of see the reflection now. The paint, well, I don't even know if it's even gonna focus in, but the paint is turning out really nice.
You can see down through here, looks like a mirror.
If I get this thing to focus. Yeah, I mean, it's looking really nice, but the whole side is looking beautiful.
I mean, look at that. Right there, it looks like a mirror.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah. But anyways, dusty. Took a break from the paint yesterday and started working on the headlights. And as you remember from the first clips, the headlights were absolutely toast.
Let me show you what they look like. Let me show you here.
So I didn't do that one yet.
Toast.
Yeah, they're trash. Now look at this one over here.
I say Matt, he messed around with the rotary and some compound polish, and
yeah.
I tell you, if you don't want to replace them, I mean that's pretty damn good right there.
I've never had headlights turn out this good from just doing a little restoration. I didn't even polish them yet. All I did was I used the most abrasive stuff we have.
Go on, show what we use.
It's Chemical Guys V32.
It's like sandpaper.
And if you feel it, you can literally feel it's like super gritty. So I used that first with a little nano rotary polisher, and did that. And then after I'm done, I'll have to go through and polish them, but I'll do that later.
That hood is diabolical. I still can't get over.
Yeah, it's terrible. We'll record this one so you guys can kind of see the process of how I went through and did them right. So here we go.
I got the little.
In case people wondering what I'm using here, it's a Max Shine little nano polisher, and I have it on the rotary attachment because I need to. The rotary it's going to be a little bit stronger for this kind of work. You don't want to use it on the dual setting.
You gotta work it in real good.
Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna do the top half first, and then I'll show you what it looks like.
All right, Matt's been working the top of that for a couple minutes. You can already see an insane difference. Just look at the top of that. Now look at that. You can actually see inside the light.
Yeah, it's just the first go around. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this bottom, even it out, then I'll go over the whole thing again and try to get a little bit more clarity.
Huge difference.
But yeah, definitely a huge difference already. You can see that.
I mean, it's all, if we had to change these, luckily these are the non-bi-Xeon, so it's what, these are cheap to replace, but it's nice to actually restore them.
They're not too expensive.
They're probably original.
Yeah, I'll guarantee the original. But the idea is, if you can, fix what's on the car and leave it all original, you might as well. Why not?
Yeah, especially since it's all original paint, clearly. All right, so Matt just finished up with this headlight over here. Definitely a lot better, but I don't think it's
not as clear as that.
That one's really clear.
This one over here is a little more.
This one could have been facing in the sun when parked,
A little more foggy up, especially up on the top region.
Still a huge difference, though.
Yeah, still a massive difference. Looks way better, but
definitely presentable when you look at it from like back here.
Yeah.
I mean, right there looks pretty good. Oh man,
Huge
that hood though. Oh man. Yeah, this one definitely came out pretty nice.
Yeah, this one over here is really nice, but that one still pretty good, but not as nice.
What do you got on this side? I gotta do the fender.
I'm gonna work on the fender.
I'm gonna get this little dent right here fixed. It looks terrible.
Get that fender cleaned up a little bit, get it dialed in.
All right, guys. So we were curious. We went back to the condition report on the CLK from when we bought it from Mannheim, And
it said the hood was repainted.
just the hood.
Just the hood, which based off of, I don't even know what this is. Based off of just looking at it, I wouldn't have guessed that it was repainted because it has that nice Mercedes clarity.
This must have been, if it was repainted, this had been done like very early on in the car's history.
Yeah, and there's no access on the Carfax. I don't really see any signs of this being repainted, even though it said it was repainted. I'll have to look at it later after we polish it. But I'm working on the fender here, and I noticed on the fender, there's a little bit of a, like the paint match is perfect. You can't see it with the light on, it looks perfect, but when you turn the light off, you can kind of see like, it looks like there may have been a little.
Right there, you can see right there. You can see right here.
Let me see, you might be able to see a little bit of
some sanding marks.
Let's see, I don't know if you can even pick it up. It's so hard to see it, but you can kind of see there may have been some sanding marks up here. So there might have been a little touch up here. You really can't even see on the camera either. That's how like minor it is. It's very hard to see. But if you look closely, you can see a little bit of something there. Not even, I don't think the camera's gonna get it.
Maybe just this was touched up and not the hood, because the hood looks original.
Oh wait, maybe you'll be able to get it here. Let's see. You can kind of see the finish right there. It's a little, you can see like the lines maybe from sanding and not smoothing it out properly, but.
Because this is all steel, all this too.
Yeah, and I don't know either, the fender and the hood on these is all steel.
All right, it's been a couple hours. We had to stop out and get some lunch. Matt got a little haircut action.
How am I looking?
Yeah, you look pretty good. Looking good.
Yeah.
But Matt came back, knocked out the hood over here, and huge difference.
Yeah, so I did 2 rounds of compound, and then I went over with the polish after. Night and day difference. I would say probably 90% better.
No, it's not gonna be perfect. I mean, the paint was destroyed.
I could have probably went more aggressive with the compound, but I don't think it's worth taking off that much clear coat just to get some of those scratches out. I'm happy with this. This looks way better.
We already have the paint. We're gonna go through and touch up all those, and then once we put the ceramic coating on there, it's probably gonna enhance the gloss. But I mean, what a difference!
There's a lot of little stone chips here and there, but it's, you know, it's a what 20? How old is this car? 04? It's 21 years old, Nick.
Yeah, original.
21-year-old black paint, not even metallic. So you know this is as good as it's gonna get. Still impressed with that headlight though.
Yeah, that headlight came out really nice.
Yeah, so now I'm gonna move on to probably the trunk, and we'll do the trunk next, because it's pretty bad too.
All right, so this is the top of the trunk here. As you can tell, it's disgusting. Just as bad as the.
Dust off of there.
Oh yeah, it's dusty. Just as bad as the hood was.
And not only is it like it's super scratched, but the one thing I can't stand is you can tell this car wasn't properly washed, because when you look along the where the spoiler meets the trunk here,
right here,
like this little line right here, that's like caked on just like years.
I mean, this is diabolical. That's disgusting. How bad it is.
It's really embarrassing. So like I'm gonna have to get in there and try to polish all that stuff out.
You can tell the difference. So right here, look right here, and then what it's already done. I mean, the difference is crazy.
But like same thing around the emblems. So if you look on the back here, around the emblems are there's a lot of like caked on, built up garbage around there. Which the way you're supposed to do this is take the emblems off. But I really don't want to take them off, because once you take off the factory, like the fitment, it's hard to get them right. But
they'll be down here, one over here, one over there.
Yeah, they might not stay on the same, because these for people who don't know about these Mercedes, like these emblems, if you try to move them, they literally don't move at all. Now if you go to like 2015, 2016 Benz and you hit it wrong with the sponge and you're washing it, it's coming off.
205C classes, you literally, if you wash these the wrong way, you're taking off all the leather. These ones you could probably tow a car with them.
Yeah, I said we've detailed like so many like the newer C classes and S classes where like we would just
little brush action that pops it off.
Just literally just pop the number right off, or the letter right off. So
yeah, these babies, these old school Mercedes, man, you can't even budge.
Yeah, like this. I'm not gonna take these off. I'm gonna have to figure out how to clean out
toothpick action.
Maybe with like a little like what's those things for your ears, a little Q-tip.
Yeah.
Try to do that, but we'll see what we can do. But trunk now.
All right, so Matt started working on the trunk here, and just from back here, that's insane.
Absolutely insane.
Look at that.
Yeah, the difference is ridiculous.
Especially right there. I mean, it
goes from the neglected beater to
almost like a show car now.
Yeah, pretty close.
I mean, that's a
very nice daily driver. I mean, a very nice driver's car. That's for sure.
See, if this was silver, this car would have looked great from the beginning. Yeah, but you know, black it shows everything. And
so that's why.
I mean, you really can't. I mean, just look right here. That right there.
Again, Nick.
That looks good.
Yeah, it's looking pretty nice.
All right, guys. I forget what the last clip was on the CLK, but went through and finished up the paint correction on the whole entire car. Right now, Matt's going through and touching up all little tiny stone chips.
Yeah, I'm trying to touch up all the big ones, and for people that are wondering what kind of paint we're using, it's automotive touch-up, Mercedes 040, and I'm just going through and dabbing, trying to get all the big ones. Obviously, being that it's black paint, it's already, you're gonna see a lot of road wear, but all these big noticeable ones, I'm gonna try to touch those up. So
I see you already did this side over here.
I did that side there, it's a million times better. Still not great, but
we didn't get to film it. We didn't get to show, but we also you fixed that. Hey, you get how it is. You show them now. You fixed that.
Yeah, I did the best that I could. I compounded the hell out of it and polished it up, and I got the pretty good. If you look at it in the light, you still want to see some scratching there.
There's a little scratch that's, but it's original.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, I think this might have been repainted from up. I'm not 100% sure, but anyways, it looks a lot better. Then on the bottom down here, I took the grills out because those are going to get painted, and I tried to polish this up a little bit the best I can, but that's about as good as that's gonna get, and then we'll put the license plate frame back on because that looks good.
And then we're gonna get one of those, yeah, because that looks bad. I mean, if we were repainting the whole bumper, I would have them fix that. But since we're not,
yeah,
we'll put it back on. They make a nice AMG Giant Performance black plate. We'll put that on. What else? Oh, we got to ceramic coat this, obviously.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go through and probably do one more round of polish just because there's some areas I'm not 100% fan of. So I'll go through and do that, and then it'll be ready to put a coating on, Nick.
Well, Matt continues to work on that. I'm gonna do a quick walk around here. Just show you how the car's coming out so far. I mean, it's literally night and day. If you guys seen the first video, I mean, there's the reflection on this. It's literally like a mirror. Look at that. It's crazy. Obviously, we also changed the center cap to the regular stock ones instead of those black ones. Still don't know if we're gonna do what we're gonna do with the wheels, whether we're gonna get these refinished or look for it'd be nice to find the 05, 06 CLK 55 wheels or the 08 wheel, 550 wheels. But obviously, you guys, I think we showed the exhaust tips. Came out real nice. Keeping the Morristown period correct badging. Deck lid. Matt went around the AMG logos and everything. Got it real clean. I mean, this thing is sharp now. All right, guys. Now we're going to go ahead and start the leather reek process. Actually, I'm a little late to it. Matt already gave it a once over here. But Matt, tell me what you're doing over here.
Yeah, so basically what we're doing is we cleaned all the seats real good. And because the leather is so dry, we're doing a leather reek treatment to try to bring back some of the softness of the leather and help moisturize it, which if you look at the seats, we already have one coat on, so that's really greasy, but it's all it is leather reek. And
you can see there the grease there. Yeah,
and the way this stuff works, I don't know if I'm doing it the way you're supposed to do it, but the way I like to do is I can just pour it in my hand, kind of just massage it into the leather. Because
the way we've been doing it works.
Yeah, the idea is you want to get the leather, you want the whole seat to be covered, all the grooves, that way it all gets moisturized properly. So I just pour a little bit in my hands like this, and I get at it.
Get a little massage action.
A little massage action.
Massage them seats.
One-on-one with the car, Nick.
Yeah. I tell you what, obviously, I don't know if we recorded any clips before we started this, but this interior cleaned up, literally looks like brand new. The steering wheel, it's hard to tell now because Matt got it all greasy already from the leather reek. But I mean, look at those, the light switches there, if it focuses. Mint. Steering wheel, mint. Everything's mint.
Once the leather reek treatment is completely done, we clean it off, all that shininess goes away.
Oh, yeah. Back seats, like that for now. Mint. I mean, obviously, it looks dirty, but there's leather reek all over the seats, but just want to give a little quick update so we can add to the video. All right, guys, it's the next day here. Matt's going ahead and take off some of this leather reek here. And you can see it's still pretty shiny after 24 hours. This is the second coat, though.
Yeah, I did 2 coats just because the seats are so dry. I wanted to make sure they get moisturized properly, but now I'm just going over with like a nice warm damp microfiber towel. I'm just going through and wiping it all off, and then I'll just buff it out to a nice dull finish like the seat on the other side of it.
Yeah, I'll go show them there so you get that coal miner light on.
Coal miner light on.
Yeah, let me go show you the other side. All right, so you can see here, especially on the back of the seats, I mean, it turned out, these seats look like they're brand new. Yeah. Crazy, look at that.
They look phenomenal. I still have to go through and there's a few spots here and there I need touched up, but for the most part, those are done. You
can see, I mean, definitely 2 coats. I mean, just look right here. I mean, it's crisp. The only thing that has the most wear, I mean, even the bolstering on the bottom is clean. A little bit of wear right here on the bottom, which is perfectly normal. I mean, this thing has 90,000 miles on it, but I mean, overall, I mean, the back of the seats are really brand new. Look at that. I can't imagine. Did you do the back seats already?
That half over there I did.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
See that light, but
oh, yeah, it's crisp.
The seats, and they're nice and supple now.
Oh, yeah. Definitely coming out nice. All right, guys, another day working on the CLK 55. Matt, what are you doing over here?
So I took the front bumper off, as you can see there. And I gotta try to line or straighten these grills out because these are actually metal for people who don't know.
Not like the new joints are all plastic.
Not like the new crap, it's all plastic. These are actually metal, so I have to straighten these out before we paint them. But the bumper's off because, as we mentioned before, the bottom's cracked. I'm trying to figure out what we want to do here because obviously we can get this repaired, but the guy who does our body work, he said you probably have to repaint the whole bumper because it won't really
We're trying to avoid that.
Because yes, if you paint this and then the rest of the bumper's all nicked up, it won't look right. And trying to avoid paint.
Lot
So I'm thinking maybe what we can do is get one of those like lip spoilers for it. And then if we put a lip spoiler, it's gonna cover the bulk of all the damage down here. And then I'll just have to do something to kind of keep us together. That way, I mean, you're still gonna see the crack a little bit, but if I paint that up and
might not be too bad.
Yeah, like and try to make it look tight and put the spoiler on, it might hold it together enough so where we can avoid having to, you know, redo the whole front bumper. Who knows? Is it gonna look good? Don't know, but we'll have to wait to see. But yeah, so for right now, we're gonna figure that out because it's not very presentable the way it is.
All right, guys.
What do you think, Nick?
All right, let's show them the finished product. It's not 100%, but go and tell them, man.
Yeah, it's a little bit dusty. It's been sitting in our garage. We're having a car show this weekend, so we had to get the car, you know, get the building cleaned up. But anyways, I mean, the car looks absolutely fantastic. I say,
I don't know what the last clip was, but tell them what we did, mostly with the front end.
So we had the dent repaired, PDR, show them the damage.
I think that was in the video.
We did that. The front end, we're gonna do either a CLK63 bumper or a 550. So we don't want to have the whole bumper repaired and repainted. So what we did was we did a little JB Weld action on the bottom with some paint touch-ups.
You can never tell.
I say 99% of people won't even know that there was damage there. AMG play frame on the front.
That looks like tits.
Yeah, I mean, the car is gorgeous. I think we showed how we buffed the scratch out. They're still there a little bit. If you don't study it too hard, you won't notice it. But just do like an overall walk around. Just show the car. Look, the car looks unbelievable. The wheels we didn't do anything with because I think we're going to switch them out for the 05 CLK55 wheels. So we let those go for now. And the lug bolts still need to be replaced. But we should do a full walk around. We did, I don't know how many hours of paint cracked on this thing, but the car,
at least 30 hours.
The car looks absolutely incredible. Show them
oh my god.
Wash around all the emblems. Of course, I have the Mercedes-Benz Morristown on there.
Yeah, that's staying on there.
Give me the tips. Remember how dirty those were before? But here's the car. It's absolutely awesome.
Hopefully you can hear a little wind action.
I hope you can hear, but let's show
Open up.
Here.
Oh man, look at that.
We got some plastic on the seats.
You gotta have protection. You gotta use protection.
We're dirty getting in and out of the garage. We'll show the seat.
Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god, look at that. Oh man.
Show the bolstering on it. Look at the bolstering. Show them the bolstering. Show them the bolstering, Nick.
Let me see.
I won't put the phone down. Look at that bolstering. The seat look. I mean, the seats look like they're freaking brand new. The steering wheel. Let me show them this because I can't believe how nice this looks. Look at the steering wheel.
Oh man, look at that. 91,000 miles. It looks like it's 92,000 miles. What is it? No, 90,000 miles. 90, I forget.
000. Show them the back, Nick. Show the back seats.
Back seats like brand new.
Yeah. So
show back seats. Back seats brand new. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
The car turned out so nice that more than likely we're gonna end up keeping it.
There's no way we get rid of this thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get rid of.
Let me do another overview. Look at that. Look at that paint. I mean, like I said, right now it's dusty. It's been sitting in a garage for like 4 weeks with dust.
Yeah. So if we end up keeping, what we're gonna do is, like I said, we're gonna upgrade to the 05 wheels, new head unit because that head unit's trash. And then probably eventually do the bumper, and then I might end up doing the headlights too. These are still the same headlights from before.
Yeah, those are the trash ones.
I polished them, but if you look inside, the chrome's kind of a little like, I don't know, it looks like tinfoil in there.
The reflection in the paint is crazy. Look at that.
I mean, it's not the sunniest right now, but you guys saw in the clips the before and afters. But the car, I'm absolutely thrilled with the way it turned out.
Oh
It's
yeah,
unbelievable, fantastic.